Class, we just finished our unit on ecosystems and all the characteristics of these ecosystems and what kinds of animals might live in these places. So today we're going to go on a Google Earth tour of some of the grandest examples of some of the ecosystems in our world today. First, we'll go to the Amazon rainforest. But before we go, I want to know what you expect to see. Rain, so water, lots of trees. What about animals? Monkeys? I think that's a good guess. What else do you think there would be? Fish and birds? I think that those are all great ideas. Let's go and find out if you have predicted correctly. Here we go to South America. Ooh, it is very green. Ooh. So, were your predictions about what you might see correct? Yeah, they were. There are lots of trees and there's the water. Did you know that the Amazon rainforest is named due to the river that runs through it? It is a big, big river. It's the Amazon River. Let's see another example of what this rainforest looks like. Here we go. Wow. Looks like there are mountains and waterfalls. And again, lots and lots of trees. I think you were right on with what it would look like. Let's see one more example. Here we go. Yep, you were exactly right. You remembered what we learned about the different ecosystems. That a rainforest has lots of rain and lots of trees. All right, so let's see if you were correct about the animals that we could find in the rainforest. Oh, it is not showing. Oh, that is because it is cloudy. Let's take the weather off. There we go. Let's see what it looks like. Here we go. So class, here are some examples of the animals that we could find. What is this one? A jaguar, that's right. Did you expect to see a jaguar or a big cat in the rainforest? No? Well, there are big wild cats in most continents of the earth, and a place that is mostly wildlife is a good place for wildcats to live. What about this? What is this animal? A chimpanzee. Yeah, it's a type of monkey. There are many, many types of monkeys that live in the Amazon rainforest. What about this animal? You said that you expected there to be birds because there were lots of trees, and you were right. This is a specific type of bird. Do you know the name? A toucan, yeah. There are lots and lots of birds that can only be found in the Amazon rainforest. What about this animal? Do you know what this is? It's not very common. It's an anteater. like I said, it's not a very common animal, and even in the Amazon rainforest, it has a small population. What about this animal? Yes, it's a fish, but what kind of fish? Do you know? Hey, that was a good idea. A piranha. Yeah, the piranhas are popular or famous for living in the Amazon River. That's right. And what about this animal right here, this frog? Did you expect for there to be frogs in the Amazon rainforest? Yes, that would be a good thing to predict to live in the rainforest. They like places that are wet. So, since the rainforest is wet, it makes a good habitat for this animal. All right, let's move on to see another grand example of an ecosystem in our world. Let's go on over to Africa. Whoa! Okay, so based on what this looks like, what do you think this ecosystem is? A desert, that's right. This is the Sahara Desert. Let's see a picture. Whoa! Did you expect the Sahara Desert to look like that? Why not? Yeah, we live in a desert, and it does not quite look like this. We have some places that are called sand dunes like this, but they are not so big. All right. Do you think that there is anything else in the Sahara Desert? Let's see. Here we go. It's not looking like there's much else. Let's see one more picture. Let's close that one. Oh, look at that. Were you expecting for there to be water in the Sahara Desert? You were? Why didn't you say so? Yeah, there needs to be water for the animals that live there. There are not very many animals, but there are animals that live there, and they need to be able to live and survive too. And in order to live, they need water. All right. Now, do you think that the Sahara Desert is hot, cold, wet, dry, snowy? What do you think? You think it's very hot? That is a good idea for it to be hot. Yeah, since it is a desert, it is very dry, and it's dry because it is hot. You're right. And it doesn't rain very often. So if you look over here, it is about 77 degrees there currently. It is not that warm here right now. But how hot do you think it gets in the Sahara Desert? In the hundreds? Yeah, easily in the hundreds. But what about how cold? How cold do you think it gets? It can get surprisingly cold at night when the sun isn't shining because there's lots of wind. So below 50 degrees is what it would get most evenings. Crazy, huh? Alright, let's go on to our last destination. It is a mountain environment. Whoa, it looks like our mountains in the winter. There's lots of snow. Have you ever climbed a mountain with lots of snow on it? I bet that would be very hard. Well, this mountain is even more difficult to climb than the mountains in Utah because this is the largest or tallest mountain in the world. So, to show you just how tall, this is the peak of Mount Everest. Here's a picture of it. It's very steep. And there's a little note that says the elevation here is 28,982 feet. Wow. Planes don't even fly that high. So this is a plane that is flying below the height of the tip of the mountain. To see this mountain from the very, very top, you either have to climb it or you have to use a satellite or a spaceship. Crazy. So to show you just how tall this mountain is, I pinned a location in the ocean that will show you just how deep the ocean can be. And this is not even very far out. This is not the deepest of the deep, but this particular point in the ocean is negative 14,035 feet. So that is very, very deep, especially if you think that the average person is about 5 feet 7 inches tall. Can you imagine something being 14,000? Look, if you look at the bottom of the screen, this little bar down here, and these numbers are all changing. Look, if I move it over here, it's negative 16,146 feet. So if we go back over to Mount Everest, we can see all the different heights, and we can see how steep it is. So look at that number. Okay, so at the very tip, it's like 28,900 and something. But let's move over this way. 28,700 and something. 28,130 something. 25,000, that's 2,000 feet less. So this is very steep at the very top. Alright, class. So you did such a good job at remembering what types of characteristics are in each of these ecosystems. You were able to predict what it would look like, what it would feel like, and how easy it would be to climb a mountain or to be in these environments. I hope that you remember these things. You may need to know them one day, maybe for a test that is coming up. Goodbye.